What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't watched my videos before, my name's Nick. I'm an Instagram marketing agency owner and I provide little valuable videos on how to grow your Instagram, how to make money from Instagram, and I'm also trying to do some videos on the client side of things, so how to manage client accounts, how to find clients. But if you have any requests for videos, make sure to leave a comment below with what you want to see, and I'll definitely make you a video on that topic. So let's get into the video, and this video is actually going to be about how you can get verified on Instagram, because a lot of things have changed in the past few months. Before, you used to have to get you have to know the plug really, you had to get a plug or some dodgy guy who you spend a few $1,000s on and then you get blue tick. But everything has changed since then, and there's a much more legit way to get verified. So that's what I'm going to be going over in this video, so let's get straight into it. So now on Instagram it's different, so you can request verification. If you haven't seen this option, it's under settings and it's literally called request verification, and all they ask for is, I think it's a photo of your ID, and then if you're a business, some business documents. But we're going to be talking mainly about if you're not a business, if you're like an influencer or a public figure. Now, the first thing to be aware of is that you kind of need followers. Now, that's not to say that everyone who's verified has thousands and thousands of followers. You can get verified with less followers, but in general, the more followers you have, the more likely you are to get verified within reason. You're not going to need millions of followers to get verified, but if you have a community of people who are following you on Instagram, thousands of people, Instagram is likely to look at that a bit more seriously. Because you might be worthy of getting verified, you might need to be verified, you might need to be distinguishable from other pages. But let's go over some of the other stuff that you need. So when Instagram is looking into your verification request, one thing that they will look into is PR, press release, or news articles, should we say. So if you type your name in on Google, what comes up? Are there different articles? Is there lots of people talking about you? And one of the ways that people use this information to help them get verified is by basically buying PR and buying articles on different sites. So Huffington Post, Medium, Entrepreneur, Forbes, these are all well-respected media sites. So having articles on these sort of sites is really going to help you with your verification request. Now, one thing that Instagram takes into account when looking at your verification request, which not a lot of people, I haven't seen anybody talking about this aspect. I'm not sure how many people even know about this aspect, but it is search volume on Instagram specifically. So not Google search volume, but how many people are typing or searching for you on Instagram. Because if there's a lot of people looking for you, that must mean you are kind of in demand in some way, or people are looking to find your profile, so it might be worth having you verified so you're at the top of the list when people are searching for you. That's a little harder to fake, if you like, but there are ways around that. I haven't really looked into that myself, it's not something I dabble in, but they do take into account search volume and how many people are searching on a monthly or weekly basis for your profile. Now, one thing, before there was the request verification and you had to kind of go down a shady route to get verified, one thing that Instagram really looked into, and it was something that your plug or your shady dealer would take care of, is impersonating accounts, or people who are trying to impersonate you or are basically detracting from your real profile. So when people are searching for your profile, they may land on an account which isn't actually you but is pretending to be you. So for that reason, Instagram would think, right, we need to make sure that people can distinguish from the impersonators who's the real, whoever it is, the real Nick. But they still take into account that it's difficult to fake, and if they catch the person requesting the verification to be making these fake profiles, and if they can link it back in any way, you've kind of screwed your application. So be very careful if you're thinking of creating some imposter accounts yourself to help with your verification request, because it can really come back and sting you. And the final thing to really kind of be aware of when getting verified is that you have to be a valuable member to Instagram. They're not just gonna, unless you're super famous, they're not just gonna verify you if you're not very active, you don't really post very often, you're not sort of a valuable member of the community. If you've got a huge community of people who are obsessed with you and they love everything you post, and you're posting every day, you're putting stories up and people interacting with them, and you're just generally contributing value to the platform, then Instagram are gonna take that a lot more seriously and give you a lot more leeway when it comes to verification. If you're really adding some value to their platform, then they're going to treat you in that way that you're valuable to them. So that's definitely something to take into account, and just realize that you can't just get verified if you're just inactive. Unless you are a genuine celebrity and you're famous, then you probably will, but otherwise, if you're not contributing to their platform, why are they going to help you? Is the way I see it. But yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. If you thought there was value and you learned something today, please hit subscribe, hit like, leave me a comment. What do you want to see future videos on? What would you like me to talk about? I go through all of these comments and it's great to read, so please leave a comment below. But for now, I'll see you in the next video.